Hello everyone, welcome to my class. Today I am going to start with a new chapter in business studies, that is organizing. So to make the planning faithful, it is essential to estimate the resources that we require in an organization, right? So these resources are in the form of human resources as well as physical resources. So organizing ensures that optimization of such resources. So this is all about few introduction about organizing. Next we move on to the meaning of organizing. Meaning of organizing refers to creation of organizational structure in the form of hierarchy of job position, bringing together human resource as well as physical resource and established productive superior subordinate relationship for the achievement of specific goals and objective. So listen here, the meaning of organizing is refers to organizational structure to form a hierarchy of job position, bringing together human resources as well as physical resources and establish productive superior subordinate relationship for the achievement of specific goals and objectives. Okay, the first one is organizing refers to creation of organizational structure. What is an organizational structure? So organizational structure means the positions or the systems that will flow within an organization, right? For any organizations we are following three levels. The first one is top level, middle level, as well as the third one is lower level. That structures we call it as organizational structures. Understood? Next, in the form of hierarchy of job positions. So in an organizations we have to give a permanent positions for all the individuals, right? What is the employees positions in an organization? What is the manager positions in an organization? So we have to allocate all those positions, right? And the third one is bringing together human resources as well as physical resources. So I have told many times, so in an organizations we are handling two types of resources. The first one is physical resources and the second one is human resources. So physical resources consist of money, material, raw materials, plant and machineries, etc. Right? And human resources laborers or employees. So we have to utilize, we have to allocate both the resources effectively and efficiently, right? And the next one is, and establish productive superior subordinate relationship. What is productive superior subordinate relationship? So superior in the sense manager, right? And subordinate in the sense the employees or the workers. So we have to maintain a good communication or interaction between superior and subordinate. All the activities which will flow from superior to subordinate. So here the manager will command the activities to the employees, and it is the duty of the subordinates or employees that they have to complete the work and they have to submit the report to the manager or superior. So we have to develop such kind of relationship. What is the main purpose? The main purpose is to achievement of all kinds of goals and objectives, right? So this is all about the meaning of organizing. So once again I will repeat, organizing refers to creation of organizational structure to form a hierarchy of job position, bringing together human resources as well as physical resources, and establish productive superior subordinate relationship for the achievement of specific goals and objectives. Okay. Next we move on to definition of organism. Definition of organism. So, according to Theo Hyman, organizing is a process of defining and grouping the activities of the enterprise and establishing the authority relationship among them. Organizing is the process of defining and grouping the activities of the enterprise and established superior subordinate relationship. Right? So this is a definition which is given by according to Theo Hyman. So according to him, organizing is the process of defining and grouping the activities. So in organizing, we're gonna define and we're gonna group all the activities into smaller tasks, okay, of the enterprise, and establish the superior subordinate relationship among them. Okay, so this is a definition which is given by Theo Hyman, and it is also one of the most important definition in business studies. Okay. Next we move on to steps or process of organizing. So the organization function, the the organization functions of management are performed very systematically, right? So let us understand how the organizing that will carried out in an organization with an example. Suppose 12 students, they work for school library in summer vacation. So one afternoon they are told to unload a shipment of new books and they have to dispose of the wastages in the sense the packing powers, etc. So if all the students decided to do in their own way, that leads to create a confusion, right? Or it will result in mass confusion. So instead of that, if one student supervises the activities while making some team, dividing the works to each team, and he need to establish the reports, right? So if we follow all kinds of structures or all kinds of methods, that leads to fulfillment of the work fastly and we can easily complete the work. So the main intention of organizing means how we gonna organize the activities in an organization. Okay, so there are mainly 4 steps or 4 processes of organizing. The first process is identification and division of work. Identification and division of work. Okay. So in this step, the work should be divided into different activities which are further divided into jobs and sub-jobs. By doing so, it becomes easy to assign the work to individuals, right? And all the individuals in an organization, they will put their 100% effort and they will use their talent or skills in order to complete that work. And also, it leads to specialized in that particular work. That is all about identification and division of work. So the first process of organizing is we have to identify all the activities and we have to divide all the activities into smaller part or smaller tasks. So what is the main intention or what is the main benefit of it? The main benefit of it is every employees, they will be a specialized in that. So because repeatedly, continuously, they will perform the same job, right? Second one is departmentalization. So once the work has been divided, the next step is we have to identify the different department in an organization. The activities which will be divided into different department. For example, production department, sales department, finance department, service department, etc. So like that, we have to divide all the activities into different departments. For example, production department is meant for producing the goods and services, right? That is their job. Next one is sales department. It is meant for selling the goods and services. Okay, and finance department is meant for adjusting or generating the financial resources in an organization. So like that, we have to divide all the activities into different departments. That is called departmentalization. Okay, and the third process of organizing is assignment of duties. Assignment of duties. So once the department have been created, the third step, we have to assign or we have to recruit the departmental managers, right? For example, in order to take care of the production department, we have to recruit one manager or we have to recruit one superior. He acts as a base for that particular department, right? And he will be the responsible for the entire production system in an organization. So he will take care of the productional activities. In the same way, for all the department, we have to recruit one manager. That managers we call it as departmental managers. So we have to assign some work or we have to give some duties to that particular managers or departmental managers. So that is a third process of organizing system. Okay, and the next one is, fourth one is establishing superior subordinate relationship. So once department have been created and once departmental managers has been recruited, in the last step we have to assign some power or we have to give some freedom for all the departmental managers in order to take their own decisions, right? For example, in an organization, every departmental managers, so they have to take various kinds of decisions in their day-to-day life, right? So while taking such kind of decisions, so they have to identify the different alternatives. They have to note down all kinds of positive and negative impact from that particular situation, and finally he should take the proper decision among those alternatives. So in order to take proper decisions, he needs some power, he needs some freedom, right? So that is the duty of the manager or that is the duty of the owner or board of directors, that they have to give or they have to assign that kind of power or that kind of supreme things to the particular managers. And every manager, they need to command the employees or subordinates, and subordinates, they should work in an organization based on the guidance or based on the motivations or based on the directions which is given by superior. So we have to follow or we have to maintain such kind of relationship in an organization. So these are the important process of organizing. The first one is identification and division of work. Second one is departmentalization. Third one is assignment of duties. Fourth one is establishing superior subordinate relationship. So once again I will repeat. In the first step, we have to identify all the activities and we have to divide all the activities into smaller tasks. So that is the first process. In the second process, we have to come out with different department in an organization. For example, one supervisor can't handle all the activities, right? So in order to get good earnings or in order to earn more number of profit, so we have to divide all the activities into different departments. So those departments are production department, sales department, finance department, service department, HR department, and so on. And in the third process is assignment of duties. So once department have been created, next one is we have to recruit or we have to appoint managers for all the department, and the manager, he will take care of his department. That is called assignment of duties. And the last one is establishing superior subordinate relationship. Here we have to give or we have to provide some freedom or we have to give some supreme things to the superior, because if he will take the proper decisions or he is the one who acts as a base in an organization, right? So he will get the things from the employees, he will get the work from the employees or laborers, right? So based on the guidance, based on the motivations or based on the directions, all the individuals, is nothing but the employees, they will work in an organization. So this is about important concept, that is process of organizing. Thank you.